Did you know that Nintendo is a 132-year-old company? They used to make playing cards in the past and now ended up making console game players and games. The Mitsubishi Group, who now has multiple businesses in different industries like car manufacturing and electronics, is even older than Nintendo. They are 151 years old. Famous sake brand Gekkeikan is almost 400 years old. Not just the big corporations from the above examples, in Japan, it's not that hard to spot small and large businesses run by multiple generations. If you calculate each generation as 20 years, 3 generations are already 60 years. But to earn the title of Shinise, which means old shop in Japanese, 60 years is not long enough. You need at least 100 years to earn the title. According to one research, there are about 33,000 Shinise in Japan. All sorts of businesses like restaurants, side dish shops, tea shops, sweet shops, and even stamp shops have run for hundreds of years on the same spot. Out of those 33,000 Shinise, almost 4,000 businesses are more than 200 years old. 150 are 500 years old, and more than 20 are 1,000 years old. Kongugumi is a construction business founded in 578.
What?
Specialized in old Japanese architecture. This is the oldest business in the world with more than 1,400 years of history. There's a hot spring hotel near Mount Fuji called Nishiyama Onsen Keiyunkan. This hotel was founded in 705, 1,300 years old. This hotel has been inherited for 52 generations.
Wow.
How is this possible, and why are there so many old businesses in Japan? Many people say Japan highly respects craftsmanship and tradition, and that resulted in numbers of long family-run businesses. That's true, but at its base, the ideology of wa culture exists, which was predominant in Japanese history for over 1,400 years. Wa culture not only explains the above question, but it is also the key to understanding most of Japanese culture. The kanji character, wa, has 2 meanings: harmony and Japanese. Combining the two, this would be, being harmonious is being Japanese. Then what does it mean to be harmonious? The answer from a Japanese perspective is to stay where you are and do your job. Imagine a big machine functioning perfectly with thousands of parts. The big machine is Japan, and the components are the Japanese people in different classes. The parts must stay where they are, and they should perform exactly as expected. Nothing more or less than that. Everyone from the Emperor Tenno to lowest class peasants and merchants stay where they are and do the job assigned to them, being harmonious. They shouldn't be characteristic. Everyone strictly follows what they are supposed to do. And based on your class, the outfit you wear, the food you eat, and the house you live in are restricted. At the door of your house, you must indicate which class you are in and what you do for a living, similar to the Indian caste system. Anyone not harmonious or threatening to the system must be eliminated by the samurai, the knight class. For a very long time, Japanese people did not have the freedom to move. Most of the people, which were lower classes, lived and died on the same land. Because they all lived in designated places, not crossing the line was very important. Once someone crossed the line, there were conflicts. If you were born in old Japan and your father was a tailor, your fate was to become a tailor. Let's assume you are actually good at it and you made some good fortune, and wish to expand your business to a town nearby. Do you know what would happen next? The moment you decide to expand your business, you are a villain who crossed into someone else's line. If you are lucky, you would end up getting ijime. Ijime is simply bullying. Most likely you would get murahachibu. It is a social punishment where the town completely ignores you as if you did not exist at all. Even if you wish to escape the punishment, remember you are not allowed to move. Your remaining life would be miserable, including your children's. In the worst case scenario, the samurai will eliminate you and your family because you are a threat to the harmonious system. So like it or not, you are stuck at one place and to your family business. However, there is one way to escape from this destiny. You could abandon your family and last name, and you could be adopted by someone else who has a business that you are interested in. Of course, you would need to be really lucky, because if that business owner has a son to inherit the business, you cannot. Because of the wall culture of not crossing someone else's line, Japanese people do their businesses on a smaller scale. If you are traveling in Japan, you will be surprised that lots of famous Shinise are physically very small compared to their fame. When a business is doing well, most people would consider expanding the business, but that is not as common in Japan. On the other hand, one good thing about this can be that loyal customers are also inherited for generations. For this reason, even if the economy is not doing so well, the businesses usually still make enough profit to survive. Because of this sustainability, the businesses run for hundreds and thousands of years. Therefore, the wall culture is the main reason why there are so many Shinise in Japan. Not because they liked what they were doing, but because it was a way of survival and because they were forced to do so.